Y'all, we made it through 2020. Let's give a round of applause for making it through 2020. In this video, I will be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, just going over my whole 2020 year and just seeing the highs, the lows, the not so good days, the good moments. Everyone went into 2020 just thinking like, this is the year we gonna do this, you know, things are gonna be shaking, things are gonna be happening. But literally it was one of the craziest years. Everybody felt it. I went into the year just like super excited, super pumped. I didn't make a vision board last year, which is very interesting because normally I make a vision board every single year. Let me grab my foundation because this is what happens when I do a chit chat. I start talking and I never get to the point. I'm gonna go in with NARS. I'll probably just show it like this, do a quick like this, just so we're not, you know, talking about, actually I'll do whatever I want. Sometimes I feel like, you know, I gotta do things a certain way, and I just gotta remember it's my channel and I do what I want, and you guys are either gonna love it, y'all gonna love it. 2020 brought me to the NARS Longwear Radiant Foundation. One thing I did know is that 2020 I always want to, you know, be better than I was the year before, create better content, and just really up my shit. I did Vlogmas, I was posting on YouTube more, I grew my YouTube, I got monetized in 2020. Woo woo! Monetized! Them YouTube checks be helping a girl out, you know, and that was really my main focus as far as work. Also for like Lara Lifestyle, I planned on launching a lot of products, which I did. I launched like 5 different products. I launched my new faux ink lashes, I launched my lash books, I launched lash glue, I launched lash tweezers, I launched lash applicators, I launched the Game Changer beauty sponge. As far as like my spiritual development, which I definitely want to talk more on this channel with you guys because I believe it's something that's really important. In 2020, my spiritual like vibes wasn't really all the way there. In 2019, I was on it. Like I woke up, meditated every single day. Like when I tell you every day. And I find that when I read some really good books, like it puts me into the zone and it just really helps my mindset, and I feel like I'm just all just like, I'm all there, you know what I'm saying? So February came, I went to Fashion Week, which was super bomb. Got to sit front row in front of shows, got dresses from designers, like traveling back and forth, did a segment with E! News. Your girl was outside. 2020 whooped my ass as far as skin. It's a no for me, dog, because my skin definitely needs it needs some saving. Like it really needs some saving. Then like March came and that's when things took a little turn for the left. And you know what's so funny, because even when everything was happening, I wasn't really nervous about it. Despite it being like everything shut down, I was like, okay, cool. Like I don't mind. One thing about me is I don't mind staying home by myself, and I get to be at home. I can create, ain't no big deal. I could shake something from nothing. Like I could literally, you know, make something shake. And then April came, I did my makeup class, which was so much fun, and I'm thinking about doing another makeup class. So if you guys want me to do that, definitely get that going and preparing for it, because this time around I definitely want to, like, maybe everybody gets the same makeup palettes, lip gloss, like everything, the same kit, and that way we can all work together. I did my makeup class, it was fun. I had my birthday, and then June came, and girl, I think I just socially had it. Like I just wanted to be around other people, just have fun again. As soon as they said we can like go and travel, I was out. I went to Atlanta, I went to go hang out with Mingy. I was texting Mingy like, girl, like I'm not feeling it, I'm so sad. She's like, come down, we can play some games, we can have some fun, we can just chill, we can vibe. And I was like, girl, I need just like girl time. Like I need to be around other females and just enjoying the female vibe and just kicking it and just talking and just like vibing. Like I love that. Ain't nothing better than getting up with your homegirls and then just like chilling, vibing, and just kikiing. And even if we just sitting there watching the movie together, it's just a whole different vibe. So I was traveling a lot. You know, I got to experience my first time on a private jet, which was definitely the wave and the vibe. After I got off the plane, I was like, how can I curate a lifestyle that can allow me to do this more often, because I loved it. September was cool, went for Mingy's birthday, had fun in Atlanta. Y'all, I was really maintaining my weight. Like I for real gained 20 pounds. It was crazy. I went from 130 to 150 and counting. Right now, I started up my weight gain journey again. I was feeling my cheekbones. I was like, girl, it's giving real skinty, and I don't like that. Like I like on my face is really full, really plump. If you guys are new here, I do have some videos just talking about my weight gain journey, and it's really easy once you actually do what you have to do. I will say 2020 definitely didn't exercise. I kept saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, never went to the gym. we're gonna try that again this year. I got some new workout clothes, which is good, so at least I'll be cute in there. At least that'll give me some extra motivation. Then I'm like, but if you work out, what do you do with your hair? Like, maybe I could tie it down like this, because I know I'm gonna sweat. So like, what happens to my hair? Because when I used to work out, I don't think I really had a closure or a wig, but I know I used to always have a hat, so maybe I'll just get a hat too. I don't know. Comment down below, what do y'all do with y'all hair when y'all work out? For my girls that work out and have wigs, like, what happens? And I have a glueless, so, and I don't like lace glue. It like itches so bad. Then when I take the wig off, like my hairline looks a little bit darker because it needs to be scrubbed and exfoliated. I don't like it. It's a no for me, dog. I got my hair cut. I got a haircut. I'm gonna call it a haircut. Somebody might say it's a trim. I went to Snob Life Studios and Monet gave me a haircut. She cut down all my dead ends. So I left all the dead ends back in 2020. And she just gave me some tips and tricks on how to really take care of my ends. Like, I see my friend Chantel, when she takes out her hair, she goes so slow. Like, she'll be like she'll start from the ends and go like this. And I be like, you know, like, I don't know if I'm used to like combing out the wigs, which I don't think I'm even supposed to comb it out like that either. This hair is from Snob Life, by the way. This is a 26-inch wig that I colored myself, and it whooped my ass because the bleaching process is just not for me. I tried this new method that I seen, the water bleach method, which works, but girl, it just messed up the whole other wig that I had. We just not even gonna talk about that because that was a 30-inch wig. So one thing that was really good about this year is that I really got to work on my relationship with my dad. Where do I even go from there? Like, as I get older, I learn to forgive more, especially with people that I love and I care for. If I care, then I will forgive, because we weren't really talking that much. He would call me and I just would not answer the phone. Just like a little bit of, you know, daddy issues. And one thing about my dad is that he gonna call. That man gonna call. He gonna call the phone. He will call you. Even if you ignore him, he's gonna call. And I think that I appreciate that a lot about him, because he don't have to call, especially if I'm not answering. He doesn't have to call me. So the fact that he did call me, even if I wasn't answering, it kind of still left that room open for us to grow and for us to, you know, be how we are now. You know, I got to just grow a little bit more as a person and kind of understand, you know, why he might have done certain things that he did. And he has such a forgivable nature about him now. He seems so wise, and he honestly seems like two different people than when, you know, growing up, and him now. Like, he's the sweetest person. Like, he calls me and he'll be like, hey, like, are you a billionaire yet? Like, did you just go off your private jet? Like, and this is like before I even got on a private jet. So his is like, he's like, did you just go off your private jet? Like, okay, let them know so I can like be the pilot. He's just like super supportive. Anything that I say that I'm doing, he's just like super supportive. He gassed me up OD. And then even if I'm like going through some things, sometimes I would call him and I literally be like, okay, I just experienced this, but I'm experienced this, and this is how I feel. And he just like the voice of reason in my life right now. And I didn't expect to have that relationship with him at this stage of my life. It was a whole period of time where it was just like beef between us, and now it's genuine, real love. Like the other day, I was calling his phone. Girl, I blew up that phone. Like, when I tell you I blew up that phone, I called that phone so many times. I called him on WhatsApp, and he called me back, and he was just like, hey. I'm like, hey. He's like, oh yeah, I was cleaning something in my room. I didn't have my phone on me. And I was like, oh my God. I called this man like 15 times. You know, I got to work on a relationship with somebody that I love and care for so much, and I didn't realize how important that was to me. For Thanksgiving, I got to spend Thanksgiving in Orlando. It was a really good time just being around her family. I hadn't seen them in like 5 years, and it really put things in perspective for me as far as like how much I have grown as a person, physically, mentally. It showed me a lot of growth in myself. Like, even like looking back at the pictures of the last time I had seen them, when I think about all the things that were going on in my life at that time, like, I was very unsure of myself. I wasn't very confident in myself. I looked the part. Like, I looked like I really like had it all together, but I didn't. I definitely was still that girl. Like, I still had the spirit that I have in me now, but she was still a baby, and she was still growing, and she still needed to be nurtured. So 5 years ago, that was 20, Was it 5 years ago? I think it was like 23-ish. And when I look at me now, it's like so different. Sometimes when you're just moving and grooving and going with the flow, you don't really notice how much you've changed until, like, I don't know, you just sitting there reflecting. But going to Orlando was like, oh my God, like so much of my life has changed. Like I'm really, I really grew, and I'm really proud of myself now. And the girl back then would be so proud of me now. So that was really bomb. Camera had stopped. Setting powder of the hour is Ben Nye Luxurious Setting Powder. You guys know this is one of my favorite setting powders of 2020. I'm gonna do actually a favorite product of 2020 coming up for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for that to see my favorite makeup products, my favorite products from Amazon, see my favorite hair products, just like all of that good stuff. I like to press my setting powder in before I actually blend it out because I feel like it just gives like a nice little airbrushy look to it all. Ooh, you know what I used to love? Cunifer from Huda. I haven't used that in a minute. Oh my gosh. That might have got left in 2020. Oh, that'd be a cool video too. Things I left in 2020. You know what they must have been giving out for free in 2020? The Audacity. I love spraying my face down because that's when you get that like nice little like melt. Breonna Taylor's Killer is still free. The Audacity for me. And one thing for certain is 2020 definitely showed that racism still exists in the United States of America. I just like to report that 2020 revealed a lot of things about a lot of people, and it gave us that 2020 vision that we needed. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I did my eyeshadow off camera. Well, I did it on camera, but not really talking to you guys. It's actually really hard to talk and focus on what it is that I'm doing. Okay, so now that we talked about the things that happened in 2020 that were real crazy and just overall the year, I just want to talk about things that I learned in 2020 just in general. We could wrap up 2020, close it out, and then move on to what we expect for 2021. So what I learned from 2020 is that I can't control everything. As much as we want to go through this life thinking that we can control things, we can't. Y'all heard that saying, when you make a plan, like God laughs at it or something? Not to say that you shouldn't plan, because I definitely think that you should plan. You should work hard for what you're planning for. Set the intention for what you want and then leave room to sprinkle in some magic. As crazy as last year was, it was one of the best years that I've ever had. Like, it stretched me, it forced me to grow. Our lifestyle, my baby came through. 2020 was her best year so far. She's been in the game for 2 years now. If it wasn't for 2020, I would not be who I am right now in this moment. Even though it sucked at certain times, but like I always say, like, you never realize when you actually grow. You sit there, you're chilling, you're vibing, certain things might be annoying as hell, but then you look back and you're like, oh my God, I grew so much. Never pinpoint when, where, how you did, but you did. All right, Glam Girl Squad, that wraps up my 2020 summary. Applaud yourself because it was a lot. It was a lot. And I'm so happy that we made it out. It's definitely a victory for you and for me. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys in my next